Hello, everyone. Welcome to Week 3 Dragon League. I am Foxy here with Brink.
Hey everybody.
And we are a little bit late. Sorry about that. We've had a little situation with the roster. Some of the players have been swapped out, but we will be starting shortly.
Yeah,
Uh,
lots of subs in week 3 here.
yep. And they'll be in Pro Draft right now, but we'll be waiting for them to start the drafting process.
Yeah. Some of the things I'm looking forward to in this draft uh is how well people really adapted to this new patch. There's lots of changes. The 80 carry changes came in with the items. So I'm really excited to see like which 80 carries are being brought out today.
Right, the bot lane meta is just completely chaos. Has been for a while now, and still mages are very dominant in the bot lane. But we have a slate in the patch notes. A lot of the crit items all have been made a little cheaper, so a little earlier we'll be seeing the crit items show up if we see an ADC in the bot lane.
Yeah. Like I think some of the things that we were seeing in pro play and in high MMR games is just the Stormrazor rush. Uh, the Stormrazor rush is probably the biggest power spike for AD carries going for right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like so we're seeing stuff like Kaisa. You're seeing stuff like the Halo Blades Jin, which is like a favorite for a lot of teams, and we're also seeing something that's not really related to the 80 the new 80 buffs for the items is Poke Varus. Poke Varus is seeing a lot of play right now, so like it's usually takes Comet and just lethality items.
Mm.
And yeah, so we're seeing a lot of that too, and I'm really excited to see if some of these players are leaning towards the poke side of things.
Oh, very interesting. And also, the change in bot lane is the support items have been changed from 350 gold to 400.
Yeah,
How
even
will that affect some of the picks for supports? Will mages still be picking, squishy supports will be definitely a little weaker, one less pot for them to be able to
yeah,
use.
that's definitely a huge. It's bigger than you think, is what I would say. Like it's a lot bigger of a change because some of these supports are really carrying the lane. Like in my opinion, supports are carrying for up until like level 5, level 6. The support is the carry of the lane. He controls everything about what's going on, and having one less pot is meaningful, very meaningful, because most of the supports that we're seeing were just like stuff like Brand, and if you're seeing stuff like Brand, Pike, and they have like
Mhm.
3 full pots to just heal up after they take damage, it's just like
Right.
tough.
Yeah, definitely. Brand is a very popular pick in the bot lane, of course, and Pike still a very dominant support being played a lot. But here we are coming right into the tournament draft. I'm sorry, I did not introduce the matchup. Matchup is between Bronze 5 Funnel versus Kirbee's E-Boiz. So right now we got the bans going in. The Evelyn ban, actually a very high win rate, and if you check OP.gg, actually number one for jungle
Oh,
is Evelyn.
Evelyn is a terror. Like me as a mid laner, it's just one of the scariest picks whenever you're playing a like a champion where you know like that Evelyn is gonna one shot you if you're not careful and you don't have vision on her camps. So
Mm-hmm.
good ban coming in from Kirby's E-Boiz. I like that. Also, I think one thing to mention is that two missed bans because of
Oh
emergency
yeah.
subs. So
Oh
so
okay.
they weren't
That was
able to
one.
ban some of the things they probably wanted to. So we started off the champ select with a rumble pick.
Yeah, actually, definitely Hippopotamus is a Rumble main, so we'll be picking that up first. And then we got the Shen matching in the top lane and Udyr going into the jungle.
Yeah, Udyr is one of those champions where he really fights over Scuttle really well, and it is hard to 1v1. So at this level, I really like the 1v1 champions. If you're able to hold your own, it's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, fighters are very, very dominant. Yeah, for sure. And then we got the Nocturne, a very, very strong jungle pick, and actually a Rise being picked into the mid lane, matched with an Orianna. So actually, the full top side of the map, middle side of the map is already covered on.
Yeah, Rise is one of those champions that I personally like a lot because there's a lot of different ways you can play the champion. He has intricate mechanics, but going into an Orianna, like in my opinion, Orianna has the advantage due to the range because you have to get close range with Rise. But with the dissonance buffs for Orianna, we're seeing a lot of more play from her because she just gets that W cooldown. It's just up all the time. That's what it feels like, I get at least, and it does a lot of damage. So,
Yeah, it looks like we're
um,
getting some bans out of the bot lane. Of course, those are the last two picks left. Tell me a little bit more about the Orianna with the jungle matchup because the Ori is actually a very pseudo support in a way towards the jungler because she can drop a ball onto her teammates and allow them to gain mobility into ganks, into all sorts of early game um, rotations and things of that sort.
personally, like
Udyr is really scary, really
yeah,
fast
Udyr
champion.
he is scary. But personally, like if unless you're building Udyr pretty tanky, if you're just trying to uh run straight into a Nocturne Rise, like they're probably gonna like one shot you. Like I don't think an Orianna ball is gonna save you, but I mean
Yeah, and then we
it
got the
really
Kai'Sa you mentioned as well in the bot lane here with the Storm Raisers. We've seen both sides of the teams actually picking up an ADC, no mage on the bot lane, and a
mhm.
tank as well, and the Xayah Rakan combo, the infamous, famous bot lane.
Yeah, Zyrakan, we all know how strong it is. Rakan has insane engages, so like that's something that I thought was lacking on the side of Kirby's E-Boiz. They really didn't have a strong way to engage fights, but with the Rakan ball on top of the Rakan and you get the shockwave access to the backline, that is
Mm-hmm.
significant in my opinion. That's very significant. But Kaisa as well, the Stormrazor first item, that's a huge power spike for her right now, especially with how cheap it is. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, I guess we'll see how the game plays out.
Yeah, unlike I really like you talking about the Storm Raiders because I've played ADC and I really feel like Storm Raiders is underrated in some ways because unlike Phage, it actually doesn't matter whether you're ranged or melee, you get the same bonus movement speed from the effect, as well as, of course, the extra damage on the auto attacks on the initial hit.
Yeah, um, yeah, Kaisa is a top tier pick right now, and uh, I mean, when we're looking at these two comps, like I would like to ask you, who
Mm-hmm.
do you think, top to down, how do you think who has the advantage in your opinion?
Um, I would say the Shen ult will be a very big. The Shen hitting six, the Stand United is going to be a really big impact, especially for the bot lane macro wise. But I guess matchup wise, I think Shen can definitely hold off the Rumble. Uh, and it's going to be interesting because I don't think either of the junglers are really. Um, I'm not sure really. It's interesting. I feel like a lot of these lanes are very 1v1 strong. I don't think
Yeah,
there's really a dominant lane. I would say definitely the Zyra Khan will have a much easier time in the bot lane than the Braum will definitely get poked, and the Kai'Sa I
my
don't think has the as good of a level early level as the Zyra Khan combo,
yeah,
especially
and
with the exhaust on the Khan versus the ignite.
yeah, I feel the same way, but at the same time, I feel like Kirby's E-Boy has more of a straightforward goal, and they have a win condition. You know, like the Udyr is just gonna cause problems invading and point and click stun. He just walks up and he stuns somebody, but like if you have the go button like Recon, like a Recon Grand Entrance, like if you have
Mm-hmm.
that, it's very important to have like a sort of like a direct line of what you want to do and who you can go on.
Yeah.
Because Nocturne can also do that as well with his paranoia, but the issue with Nocturne is that like he has no follow up on his team other than like a equalizer from long distance. So um, Kaisa can also follow up, but like, do you really want to Killer Instinct without your support near, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of different. It's kind of difficult on that side. So I do give the edge to Kirby's E-Boys in my opinion. But at the end of the day, the beauty about League of Legends is that it's all about how well you execute. So
Exactly. It'll be very interesting. I feel like the actually um, Yeah, I feel like the bronze fight funnel, they definitely have a comp that can easily punish a bad engage with the Rise um, W is really strong
Yeah.
at locking somebody down. Rakan, especially when he goes in, Nocturne can get rid of vision, and I think the 1-3-1 will be definitely the way for Bronze Fight Funnel to be going about this game,
Yeah.
splitting up this team because this team is a monster in team fights, absolute monster. So much CC, so much power to just team.
Exactly.
Uh, just this is where we're going to end you.
No cleanse, on the Oriana. So the
Yeah, very
empowered room prison is gonna be it finds a way to gank without being seen on any wards. I mean, that's like he's not
mm-hmm.
gonna have a rampage. Not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, and now we see the runes here, the lethal tempo on the Nocturne versus the Udyr taking the press the attack. Shen on the Grasp of the Undying, and actually Rumble with the Comet. Interesting.
I think Comet's very common on Rumble as well. Like it's either
I've seen
that
it
or Airy,
very,
but
yeah.
yeah. Oh well, I think
Kai's
he's
actually taking Resolve as a secondary.
yeah probably bone plating and Chrysalis.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the pretty popular um, side if you take Resolve as second tree, but um, nothing too surprising in my opinion. Like most of the runes here are pretty standard. Um, the one thing that I don't really see too often is when Rise takes Domination second. Usually I see Inspiration, you take the pots and Time Warping Tonic, or you
Yeah,
take
the
yeah
total biscuits are really good for increasing your mana because your mana is damage for Rise.
yeah. So
And the
I mean
cooldowns, he's going to be missing out on that extra 5%. I play some Rise, and the 5% is kind of really nice to have.
yeah, it really is. It really is significant for him. Cooldowns is all he plays around pretty much. Once he gets to a certain point where mana is not an issue,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about having your cooldowns up and how well you weave in your abilities and your auto attacks. So
Yeah.
I mean, we're about to get in game here. It's just loading up. We're just loading in at the moment. Sorry about the delay, but it should get started soon here.
Oh, actually, got a bug saying unable to download spectator data.
Yeah,
Did you
I
get
mean
that too?
that's I also did. Oh,
So did I.
all right.
Yeah, it kicked me out.
So,
All right, a little bit of a technical issue here.
Riot spaghetti code. Come on. We all know the Riot spaghetti.
The one thing they never patch.
Yep, and all right.
Oh, it's probably the new Rise rework. It's just coming in. Yeah.
New Rise rework is crashing servers.
Yeah, everywhere. He's using his alt like on a 3-second cooldown.
Right. The cooldown is every time you try to load into spectator. All right, I am getting into the
steals
game
an
here.
infinity stun.
Absolutely.
So,
all right, here we're
so one of the players you added was Yoda GG. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble getting back in. Can't see the game. Poor noobs.
Yeah.
What do I do?
You had Yoda added, right? And you spectated off of him?
Oh, I can spectate off Brink, right?
You can try. Don't know about that. I think mine's froze. Yeah.
right. We need to fix the spectator issue. One thing that has been plaguing us for a long time now.
So is it the same as your Discord? Yeah, I just sent you. Wasn't able to add one of the players in order. Oh, wait. Expected game. I've got Yoda GG. One of the players from the match. Maybe I will be able to use that friend request and join in. We'll try to reload into that game. Do not want to miss the fierce jungle versus jungle first blood moments. Is the stream showing the game?
Looks like we're
No.
loading in.
There we go, I'm in.
All right.
Okay.
I guess I will.
Oh, I just got in as well. What time are you guys at? What's the in-game time, guys?
So it's starting at 2:12 right now.
I got the same moment. Perfect. All right.
Awesome.
So it looks like both of the junglers started bot side with a hard leash from the bot lane.
Exactly, and if right now, it looks like everything's all even. We didn't really miss much. Fortunately, we didn't miss much. So
Yeah, that's definitely good.
it's fairly even across the board. So the jungler is taking the conservative route of just taking their buffs, and I guess the Scuttle was taken by Nocturne on the top side, and it looks like Schlitt is actually walking down and going to take the long way. He went buff to all the way to the other Scuttle, so not an optimal route in my opinion, but I mean,
Looks like he's trying to deny that Nocturne from River, and but we'll see how that works out. So the only small thing I will mention. Oh, it looks like Udir's coming over to mid lane. We'll see if he'll be able to. Oh, it looks like he's just pathing away.
Just a drive-by. Just said hi.
Yeah. Just give him a little friendly wave. Looks like Rise will be backing here. I will mention, like I was going to say, I don't know what the camera from the stream is looking at, but I will try my best.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I mean,
Here's pathing up here to the top lane. The stun will land from the Shen. Flash coming out of Hippopotamus Prime. He will survive. A few tower shots to the deer, but nothing too fight.
that was a good gank. Effective gank coming in from Schlitt. I really like how he identified that he is too far up in the lane where he either has to flash or he's dead. So, I mean, good on Schlitt for recognizing that.
So both sums coming out of Hippopotamus Prime here. I'll be TPing right back to lane.
Oh, yeah. He still has the CS lead, so he's not really too worried, but I mean, this was the engagement on bot lane.
And the it will land the stun up. Jumping back away, Ignite coming out of the Braum onto the Rakan. Rakan doing a little poke here, heals up Yoda, but everything looks like it'll be okay. Nocturne doesn't manage to get to that fight early enough to make an impact. We'll have to go back downriver, upriver.
So it looks like Nocturne's looking mid.
So tell me about that more, a little bit about how that bot lane is turning out, because we talked a little bit about how that Zyra con combo is so powerful. Oh, it's like Nocturne was able to take out the flash from the Orianna.
Oh wow, that was I guess it seemed like they weren't on the same page there, honestly. For the Bronze 5 final, they weren't on the same page. Like Black Jones flashed and did a rune prison, but Derpy Cats wasn't ready to go in there, so
looks like we have a run in the jungle in the river. Oh, flash coming right out of Shilly, instantly getting away. Does not trust. There's no vision from the red team here in the river.
I mean, I really like their respect flash. Like, I really don't like it when people hold their flash or greedy with using it. So, I mean, good on Schlitt to like say, hey, like, I may die here, so I'm just gonna flash really quick here.
Definitely do not want to give. Oh, it looks like a stun will be landing from Hop onto these the Kaisa, but yeah, these trays are just small trays. Like I was mentioning earlier, I feel like this is definitely a very lane strong kind of game. There isn't like a jungle like Zac, who can engage from a mile away, or any really strong, impactful junglers like Lee Sin or Xin Zhao. Both of these junglers have kind of a scaling game and kind of a stat check, I feel like, between the junglers.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the jungle matchup, Schlid is pretty far behind Derpy Cats when it comes to
20 farm.
Yeah, he's down 20 farm. There's a 600 gold lead just from laning, or 700 gold lead just from laning. So, like, not really looking good when you're down that much gold just from strictly just laning. So, we'll see how Kirbee's E-Boiz bounce back from this.
So it looks like there's a 20 CS lead in the bot lane by the Kaisa, even though despite this matchup, I did not expect it. I don't think it is favoring the Braum Kaisa, but it's like they've been playing this laning phase pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing for Kirbee's E-Boiz bot lane is that they're really good at like fighting together, but it just seems like Yoda may have just missed missed farm. So hopefully he gets better at farming. I always feel like farm you can always get it back, but if you misplay too hard in lane and die, then that's really tough to come back from.
It looks like Shield will be pathing top lane once again.
Nice taunt.
Taunt will land. Shield catching up here.
Equalizer. Is he gonna turn this?
He is fighting. He actually gets the first blood on Schlid here. That's incredible.
Wow, what a turn.
He actually had Sorcerer's Shoes, was able to kite out a little bit of the Udyr there during the interaction, not giving him too much time. I'm not sure if he even procced to press the attack.
Wow, hip-hop.
Looks like we have an ult coming out of Nocturne coming in onto the Orianna here, and it will be just enough damage. Rampage tries to ult, but is too late.
Damn.
Should try to cover the mid lane here. Yeah, he was sitting up in the Raptors, actually, of the enemy jungle here. A nice trade coming out of Black Jones here.
Wow, that was a really good gank. There was a lot to talk about there going forward, but I mean, what a turn from Hip Optimus Prime. He recognized, hey, I'm like dead if I don't turn and trade one.
Derpy Cats is coming down bot lane here. Actually, ult coming out of the Braum. Rakan has to ult. Shen coming down as well. Will be coming in with the Stand United. The stun lands on the Kaisa. Damage is going out. Derpy Cats trying to finish off Yoda. Just barely flashes forward. Does end up getting the kill.
Collapse. Schlit's coming.
Stop that. Looks like Black Jones is coming, pathing down here, trying to kite. Kais is still very, very healthy. Schlid actually walking forward, getting the passive on the Braum. Does land, and the Black Jones does end up cleaning that up. Flash coming out of Shen. The ulti does come out, but not enough range to catch up. Wow, what a team fight. That was huge. So much happened.
So much action going on in this game already. Oh, wow.
And that gives away Black Jones now has a blue buff. Definitely will be able to push out Rampage here in the mid lane. And actually Braum coming up, pathing with Black Jones. We'll see if there will be a roam out of Braum here. Meanwhile, both bot laners are backing away, it looks like.
He's tired. He's like, this is enough action.
Tell me about that fight. What do you feel like?
There was a lot going on there. It really looked like Kirbee's E-Boiz were trying to kite it out, and Yoda was doing his best to just get feathers down and get the stun off. But Derpy Cats got the flash auto and took him out, and then the collapse came in. So I think overall, it was really close. It could have gone either way, but a couple things went Bronze 5 Funnels way there. So they came out with a team fight victory, but they didn't have CLG Rampage either. So.
Yeah, it looks like Black Jones actually roaming bot lane here. Nocturne is in the enemy jungle. Everyone is closing in on the Bronze 5 funnel.
Yoda should be dead here.
Yeah, Yoda does get taken out.
TP.
Yeah, teleport coming out of Rumble. Oriana does end up ulting, but not able to save the Udyr. Rampage has to run away. Nothing he can do.
Wow,
Actually, almost getting taken out by Hip Hop. Wow.
Wow, Hip Hop popping off. What a TP from Hip Hop, honestly. That was a great.
Yeah, I noticed that Nocturne put down that. I'm not sure who put down that controller, but there was a controller here. Nocturne was really zoning out this bot side of the map after that engage earlier. I was actually wondering why Rumble didn't TP into that team fight. But...
Yeah, well, I mean, when it comes to the Shen had no way to follow the Rumble, but at the same time, that was a heads-up play from Hip Optimus Prime. He's like, I'm coming in, dropped the equalizer on top of the paranoia, so like they couldn't really see what was going on. And in general, that was just a great team play. The communication was strong there.
Yeah, definitely very good. Derpy Cats looks like he made some ambitious plays going into here, taking some camps, stealing them away, and then they didn't panic when, when that was happening. Very interesting. And very good. I really like the vision control from Bronze 5 Funnel.
No, absolutely. And when it, like, there's this whole bot side is just lit up. Like, there's so much rewards. There's so many rewards in the bot side here.
Oh, looks like Arise will be ulting forward, and the Rune Prism will land. Rampage actually getting ulted with Stand United from the Shen.
Missed the shockwave.
Yeah, landing on the Jack Jones. Black Jones here.
Black Jones should die.
Will he get poked out to the end? Yes, Equalizer coming out. But will be stopped by Schlid, interrupted, getting pushed away, and looks like he will be finished down. Rampage is barely alive. Hip actually still alive. Oh, gets actually shut down away. The bot lane is rotating here. Rakan ulting in. Yoda is here to do the damage. Will get the Braum. Winning this mid lane fight in the end, looks like.
Man,
turning that around really hard.
That was overall well played by Kirbee's E-Boiz. They really had pretty decent communication there. They got the Shen ult, like, that was a very fast response from Paul the German to get on to use the Stand United on CLG Rampage, but the shockwave missed onto a spell shields from Nocturne, so like it didn't look good there, but they had enough damage to take down Black Jones. So
I feel like they forgot, or they just weren't really respecting the Shen ult. Black Jones was just ulting right in just to get a Rune Prism out onto Rampage, but it was not enough.
Yeah, like at this point of the game, like Rise shouldn't be like skirmishing with 2v2 and 3v3. Like, even though he had a little bit of gold, but inherently he's just not. Yeah.
So, what do you think should be the plan here for the next dragon? Who's our next dragon? Looks like it'll be. Doesn't show up for me.
Yeah, and I think things calmed down. Like, there was a lot of action in the first part of the game, and they finally just settled down a little bit.
But it looks like the jungle matchup is definitely favoring the Nocturne here. Derpy Cat's already on tier 2. Oh, looks like he just got the tier 2 boots, Schlid. So we'll be seeing that. But definitely looks like Derpy Cats has been doing much better at controlling the jungle here.
Yeah, he definitely has the lead, but it's not very big. I'm just gonna check the gold here. He's close to 800 gold up on Schlid, but yeah. The most significant goal
looks like Yoda almost getting CC'd from the Braum passive. Actually does land on Hop. Hop ends up flashing away. Ignite coming out of Braum. Not enough to finish him off. Tubby still has ult to re-engage this bot lane. Very squishy. Actually, Schlid here still around here in the bot lane to cover for this.
Black Jones and Derpy are here.
Yep, Black Jones ulting in. Derpy Cat's trying to catch out Yoda, but not enough. Stand United does actually go on Yoda. Not really close enough to land anything. Black Jones is still around with the Rune Prism. Looks like Paul
Big
not
shockwave.
actually getting to...
Okay.
Shockwave does not do anything there, actually.
If they could follow up on it, would have been nice, but
This is the 4v4 in the bot lane, almost taking out the Braum. But Rampage is out of mana. Looks like a lot of the players are going to be back in here. Not sure if they're going to be able to finish off this bot lane turret. Teleport coming out of Shen to the top lane to stop this push from Hip Optimus. So he will not be joining this next fight if they do end up pushing this bot lane some more.
yeah, during that whole time, Hip Optimus Prime was just hanging out, chilling, farming, pushing that tower. That tower is at a third, maybe less than a quarter left. So
it looks like this Ocean Drake is doing so much work for Bronze 5 Pride. Look at this. After this fight already, look at Braum's health bar. It's incredible. The early game power of this dragon is just huge.
Yeah, overall that was beneficial for Bronze 5 Funnel. They got cooldowns out of Kirbee's E-Boiz, plus a lot of farm out to this Rumble is he's gonna hurt like come team fights later on. So
it looks like they're dominating all lanes. All towers are at half health or less. We'll have to see what Kirbee will be able to come up with.
yeah, they have all the wards, they have the engage tools, I guess. They haven't shown that they weren't able to engage, but
yeah, it looks like it will be a Mountain Drake. Derpy Cat's here scanning around, looking around, trying to spot this bot lane. Braum is here. Yeah, but all of this is warded. Like, if you take a look at this, river. Look at this. There you have there are three control wards, 2 control wards in the river from blue side, and 2 regular wards. Just completely kind of zoning away Kirbee from doing anything, from any knowledge of the rotations that they're doing here. It looks like they're starting this dragon, finishing off already more than half health down, and it will be an easy take for Bronze 5 Pride. It looks like they will be actually going on this bot lane. Very strange. Oh, Black Jones will be ulting forward.
oh, he's
Looks like the snare does come on to the Nocturne, but not enough. Not sure what the Array Noobs was doing there with the ulti.
That was
Expected that to be a longer range.
That was just over eagerness from Bronze 5 Funnel. They got a
The adrenaline is getting to them. Getting excited, so ahead.
Just want to push their lead, but overall, it looked like they didn't have enough damage to kill Yoda GG through his ult.
Yeah, and we'll be seeing
here actually wasting a lot of time down here, honestly.
Schlitz is actually taking up here the Herald, so they got a control ward down here. Not sure. We'll see if Hip Hop does end up checking this. No, it will be the Herald going over to... Well, that's something. They got an objective actually 10 seconds before Baron was going to spawn, so Baron is spawning very, very soon.
First brick going down to Black Jones 88 in the mid lane, because for some reason CLG Rampage is just hanging out bottom for like a long time. He wasted a lot of time bot lane, and then he lost his tower for it. Like he was looking for a play, but I mean ultimately, as a mid laner, you just want, especially Orianna, you just want gold. Because once you get your items, you just...
All right, let's watch this top lane, because Paula is about to get 3-man dived. Derpy and Black Jones are clearing here the Krugs. Oh, and they're going to be spotted by Schlitz, but Schlitz is about to get completely destroyed by this bush. Black Jones landing a little poke. Schlitz will have to back. He does have the Herald 4-second back.
Well, lucky for him, he didn't die there. He probably should have died, to be honest.
Yeah, the fear wasn't really enough time to kill him. So we'll be having this skirmish here. Meanwhile, the bot lane also trying to push this wave down. It looks like a 3v3 in the top lane, a 2v2 in the bot lane going on.
Oh,
Flash coming out. Flash engage from Hip. The Braum will come out. Yoda is doing lots and lots of damage. Hup just barely alive. So the stun comes onto Yoda. The knockup comes onto the Braum, but it's not enough. Tubby does end up getting the double kill, going over 4-0 and 2 with already a Rage Blade. Really, really ahead here in the bot lane.
Oh wow. He didn't even opt to go for the Storm Razor, like the Storm Razor spike. He went straight for the Rage Blade, and he still shredded them. Paranoid at mid.
Oh,
Really didn't really do much. Nothing really came out of it, to be honest. But honestly, the bot lane is going. They're shaking it rough right now for Kirbee E-Boiz.
this is a 5k, already over a 5k lead. It's just a slow withering down.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action in this game, but it just seems like
So
that
Black Jones is here and looking around, going really, really far. While this, I'm sure this is very, very.
he's not even scared. He's just like, I can walk wherever I want right
Like he probably can 1v1 most of the players on the enemy team. The only problem would be Udyr or Shen. Looks like the Stand United will come on to Rampage. Oh, not able to
Yoda.
come and get Black Jones, but actually
Nice
the stun taunt will land and stop the channel of Rise, and he will not be able to get away.
now. Tower goes on top, but I mean, Black Jones
It's
thought
like what
he
you
could.
found what you were looking for. You're looking for a fight.
Yeah, he just thought he could walk wherever he wanted. He's like, and I bet CLG Rampage is just like, wait, where did this guy come from? He just came from behind me, from my turret.
Yeah,
So-
meanwhile they were top lane here fighting, pushing him actually to the first tier turret, but Rise is just like, he was just like,
Walking around.
way.
It's like, oh hey. And then, but good on Kirbee E-Boiz to collapse on him and punish that, because that's going to be much needed gold going over to them.
Yeah. Noting the items here, Ryla's Crystal Scepter already on Hip Optimus. Oh,
For the instinct,
Kaisa is going in on this. Yoda will have to ult to get away. Rampage is actually here. The shockwave will land on just the Braum, not landing on the Kaisa. This will not be able to find a way in on that. Paul actually getting caught out here. A really awkward flash, not quite enough. The stun will come out from the Braum passive. Black Jones will Rune Prism Rampage. They're all collapsing.
Rumble lost his mind.
Yeah, Rumble just tanking that turret for so many shots. Kaisa getting hit. The bear stance is just getting everybody. Zonya coming out just barely alive. Rampage is not able to survive
what's
that.
happening?
Everyone is dying.
Wait,
Black Jones not quite able to finish off Paul here. Paul is still alive.
Rakan's back.
Coming out of Derpy Cats. Looks like they will take a break from the Fiesta here. They're still
Fiesta
clearing out the jungle here. Still having full control. But they are very ambitiously, very pushing their limits here with the lead, trying to just force these fights so far, so deep.
Honestly, there was so much that needs to be said about that whole fight. Going under tower, flashing over the wall.
I actually didn't even see what happened to Hip Optimus. Like, I don't
Flashed over the
flash
wall.
over this wall just to
Into
get
4
to that?
people to get a flame spitter kill, and then he got denied. So that was interesting. You know,
Looks like the next dragon will be picked up here for the Bronze Pride. It is now 3 of each. Now we're just waiting for that Infernal.
They need a Infernal Drake to just complete that variety dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, this game has been absolutely a fiesta, honestly.
Yeah.
But
We have.
Kirbee E-Boiz, like whenever you think that they're down, they're done. They always seem like they just have, like they have a way to come back, because
Yeah.
they
I
got
predicted that the plays would be coming out, the aggression would be coming out of the Kirbee boys. Like you said, you were favoring the Kirbee boys comp as a very strong 5v5 comp, and that has been proven in the top lane over and over and over again, that they are very good at dealing with these engages, able to punish engages, able to adapt to all sorts of macro plays coming out of
Baron.
Pride. Looks like they'll be starting this Baron. Just the controller just came down, but if they were watching, they would have seen that the Baron has been started.
It's gone. It's gone.
Oh, it has gone so fast. That Kai'Sa shred is just insane, and Black Jones will ult them just a few feet over.
I mean, usually I don't like Barons with all 5 members alive, but I guess they did have information that Schlid wasn't near them, so there's no smite nearby.
I mean, information is the name of the game for Bronze 5 Pride. Look at the amount of controllers. There are currently 3 controllers just sitting around. They have 3 wards placed like normal wards. They are warding so hard.
Yeah, it seems like that's one of their main focuses, just getting vision in. I mean, whoever's the voice on Bronze 5 Funnel is doing a good job of making sure that they have adequate information before diving their tier 2.
Schlid is just playing a blind game of, Jeopardy. Who am I going to run into next with this kind of vision?
Yeah.
Better not be Braum.
Well, it looks like Yoda's caught.
Yeah, Yoda getting sandwiched here. Forced to ult. The redemption coming out.
He's gone.
Shockwave hitting 3 members from across the wall. Raynoob does not land the ult. Second strike.
Oh wait, Yoda somehow got out of that. I don't. What a shockwave from CLG Rampage to keep him alive.
Ends up completely just turning that situation into totally fine.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know how that happened, but I've seen stranger things.
Yeah, Schlid here so just farming away, but the Baron buff you cannot deny the Baron buff, and you can't just ignore it. They shove down a turret so fast here. Mm-hmm. What I really want to see from Kirbee is to group S5 again, because whenever they are S5, they do so much work against this team. Looks like the team fight will begin. Hup not landing a knock-up. The taunt will hit onto Rumble. The equalizer is coming down. They are getting kited by Kai'Sa, by all the members. Oh, and Shen does fall. Nocturne.
No mana on
Yoda. Everyone is just being taken down one at a time. Looks like just Hup is alive. Wow. All the members survive on Bronze 5 Pride, taking down this inhibitor turret. Schlid is coming out of base here, but not much he'll be able to do about this inhibitor. Looks like that one inhibitor is going to go down. 30 minutes into the game already, an inhibitor and full control of this map. Just almost a flawless game. Looking at these KDAs, 7-1-1 on Derpy Cats, 6-1-7 on Tubby, 0-1 and 11 assists. Oh, getting completely deleted instantly. Not even getting a chance to do
there, but he got bursted down too easily. They're going for a second inhibitor here, and seems like they're gonna get it. Yep, it's free.
Yeah, the Baron is still up, still pushing. Looks like they'll be rotating bot lane now. It's taking out another tower. These towers are just falling like flies.
Yeah, they're like, we're not gonna back. We're just gonna take everything.
Yeah, it looks like they will be resetting. The call is to reset, so they'll give a little breather room. What is the plan? What is going through the minds of these players on Kirbee? What should they be doing? What do you think what is their plan?
Well, I mean, Schlid kind of showed why Udyr isn't played is because you have to just run in and int to like get an engage off. Like you have to just run in, and you take so much damage because they just have the Rune Prison to stop his movement, and they have everybody who's attacking the guy in front. And then once you realize you're overcommitted, they just drop the equalizer on the back line, and then you're in full retreat mode. So like,
yeah, and he is going warrior on this Udyr, not
so squishy,
most tanky Udyr. Definitely, he's looking to take out these squishy members like the Kai'Sa, the Rise, the Nocturne, to deal with that hard engage.
Yeah, I mean, their engage is just not working because well, first of all, CLG Rampage didn't have any, like, he had barely any mana when that fight happened top lane. So he should have communicated that to his team so that they didn't. They basically threw.
Oh, is that an what Drake is that?
Oh, that's a Cloud. No variety Drake,
Oh,
unfortunately. But back to my point here, like they kind of put everything on the line to save an outer tier turret. Sorry, a inner turret on the top lane. So not the best
all right.
idea.
Well, and none of that will matter anymore because they are coming into the base as 5. The bot lane inhibitor turret is the only one left here trying to clear this minion wave. A little bit of poke here and there, but there is just nothing that's going to change this outcome. A team fight will have to. They will have to force a team fight. Like you were saying, the Udyr will have to go in, force and engage against this. Oh, looks like Ray de Noobs does land an ult. Redemption coming out. This taunt comes onto the Braum. Yoda is ignited, but will be able to kite some of the members, but Kaisa cleans up everybody.
Oh, that should be GG.
So much damage. Shockwave landing on a few members. Rampage just 0 health. Oh, everyone's getting cleared out.
And he goes with the BM paranoia into the base. That should be it. And it looks like Bronze 5 Funnel going to take the game here.
GG. A little more BM, TPs, and all sorts. Yep. Wow, what a game. What a one-sided complete avalanche.
Yeah,
that was.
It ended up becoming one-sided, but it looked very chaotic across the game. It was very entertaining, I should say. Pretty entertaining.
Those extended team fights were, wow, so many things were happening.
Wow, that was an interesting game. Like, there's a lot of things happening there, and I think I would have to give the MVP on the side of Bronze 5 Funnel over to Derpy Cats. He had a lot of control over the game, and he forced a lot of the fights, which allowed Tubby LaRue to come in and clean up a lot of kills. Tubby LaRue had a lot of good positioning, and they won their lane 2v2. But it's when it really comes down to who controlled the game overall, and it was mostly Derpy Cats.
Yeah, I think Derpy Cats played very good macro game, and he was definitely, it seemed like he was able to shot call a lot of the plays that made a lot of turning events in that match.
Yeah. And that is the win going over to Bronze 5 Funnel. And it looks like we're going to head into our second game, but until then, I guess we're going to go to a break.
Yeah. And mentioning just the damage charts as well, the top 3 lead is the Xayah, the Kaisa, and the Rumble, actually, followed by the Rise.
Yeah, when you're in that 1v1 lane with Flame Spitter, it's just hard to deal with when you're Shen, because you just kind of have to just eat it.
Equalizers also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
they're fair on point.
Yep. Great. Thanks for joining us. See you guys in the next match. Hello, and we are back. Foxy here with Brink, and it is the second match for us today. Will be between Bronze 5 Funnel once again, but this time we'll be going up against Thomas the Dank Engine. It looks like we'll be going right into the draft phase this time.
Yeah,
No,
it looks like they did do a pro draft beforehand, so these picks might come out pretty quick, actually.
sounds great. Rengar being banned first. Very interesting.
Yeah, I guess that's a target ban to Derpy Cats because that is not. Yeah, it looks like has played. That's his most played champion, but he doesn't have a really good win rate on it. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Rengar is his most played for sure. And then the Evelyn that we saw banned last game.
yeah, but it looks like Bronze 5 Funnel is being punished for having those E subs.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, the two
they're
bans they will lose in the first ban phase. The
yeah,
Rumble also being banned away from Hip H.
yeah. If you watch the the stream game we had earlier today, Bronze 5 Funnel pulled out the Rumble for Hip Optimus Prime, and he really played it
Mm.
pretty well. Nocturne is well banned because they saw the stream and they said, "Hey, Derpy Cats is good on this champion, and we don't want to see it anymore."
Yeah, looks like we'll definitely have a very different game. Soraka being the one banned that they will be taking away actually from Thomas the Dank Engine. Actually, I want to talk a little bit about the bot lane on Thomas Dank Engine. Uh, they both of the players, the ADC has 3 seasons been playing Misfortune already now with a really good win rate even this season, and the support KO base on Soraka also 3 seasons been playing that over 60% win rate with over 100 games. So both
Yeah,
very dominant picks that they have, pocket picks there.
yeah. Hopefully, might see the misfortune pick. But when we look at the champions already picked right now, oh, there goes the misfortune for the ban. They said we don't want to see aardvarks on that champion. But I mean, when you look at the picks already that are coming out from Bronze 5 Funnel, kind of difficult because I think Echo beats Yasuo pretty hard. So we're gonna see that. Hopefully that we'll see how that unfolds, I guess.
Yeah, and Echo definitely will have the dominance of being able to shove that wave in and roam earlier than Yasuo and create those plays in the bot lane and other lanes and exert that roaming potential that he has.
480k bands. Oh,
Wow.
here
And
comes
the
the
Heimerdinger.
Heimerdinger,
Wow.
the Donger coming out. Lane control. If you ever played against Heimerdinger bot lane, everybody knows it's tragic. It's tough to play against. It's very
Oh my god,
frustrating.
and the Alistar will be here with him.
That's tough.
Is that a Heimer mid? Or wow,
No, it's
it's
definitely bot
just
lane.
some bot lane.
Yeah.
Yasuo's not gonna be in the bot lane with the Alistar knockup. It's like not that combo.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
they're bringing the Alistar to give Yasuo um, a guaranteed engage or guaranteed ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I like the Tom pick as well. Tom is really good at protecting a hyper carry, so it's good that they have that for Caitlyn.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at these comps overall, I mean, this is both comps are fairly interesting, honestly. For team fights, I really like Bronze 5 Funnels comp, but
Once again, right?
yeah,
The team
yeah,
comp, the 5-man, the 5v5s that we will be seeing again once from them.
yeah,
I'm also interested in this jungle matchup. Again, the Kindred here, a game-changing ultimate, and the Echo has a health reset. Lots of interesting, and the Camille with the ultimatum. Tom Kench also really a lot of ultimates that are very, uh, very effective in
yeah,
changing a team fight and
yeah,
how the outcome goes for Team Thomas the Dank Machine here. Dank
yeah.
Engine, my bad.
Engine machine, same thing. But when you actually look at Bronze 5 Funnels comp, they're fairly squishy across the board, except for Alistar. But he is poor, so he doesn't have that much gold to make him tanky. But that's why I really like the Kindred because the lamps the Lamb's Respite will stop them from dying, and then they can turn fight because they can turn fights. Because if Yasuo gets in the backline, and they pop the Lamb's Respite, they can just all collapse on him and kill him before he's able to trade kills. So I really like the Kindred pick overall. It's gonna really serve them a lot. It's gonna do a lot of work for them.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting because they have such a powerful, uh, so many dominant damage picks here. Graves, the Yasuo, even the Swain as well in the mid game. A very powerful damage pick. Heimer as well.
Heimer does insane damage, and it's like such an underutilized pick. It's like, it's once you played against a decent Heimer and a good Heimer in the bot lane, you're gonna really realize how much damage this champion does. Like it's actually really tough.
Thankfully, I've only watched it from the sidelines before. Never actually had to deal with that before. Yeah, Caitlyn has quite a lot of range, but very, very, very squishy. One of the squishiest ADCs in the game.
Yeah, but he does have the Tahm Kench to like save him. So like anytime he gets into trouble, he just gets gobbled up by Tahm and taken to safety. So, but that's not necessarily like a plan that you like necessarily want. Like, I guess Caitlyn, if the Caitlyn's good enough, she will be able to carry this game, in my opinion, because she has such crazy range, and especially with the 80 carry items being cheaper, she'll get to our power spikes cheaper because they are easier and quicker into the game. So yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll be looking at a very different champion. Graves versus the Nocturne is a very different macro play style, and it's going to be interesting to see the kind of ganks and the pathing that we'll be seeing from him.
Yeah, pathing is super important in this matchup because Graves and Kindred can afford to just farm. Like they can afford to farm, but the first jungler to really get a significant to make a impact on a lane it's going to be super impactful because Swain and Yasuo both just need a little nudge to get ahead, and if they do, then it's really tough for the other team. So.
And actually, to mention Blade Caller, who is on the Kindred right now for Team Thomas, the Dank engine, he actually secondary pick for him is actually Graves as well. So it's interesting that they picked that away quickly and chose to go for the Camille first pick instead of stealing that pick from Derpy Cats.
Yeah, it's kind of tough because they did do pro draft, so we don't really know how the actual picks went, like in response. So
that's not the same order.
Yeah, so they just kind of picked down the line for who they're playing ultimately. But yeah, I mean, we're about to get in game here, and it looks like, yeah,
interesting to see that grasp from the Tahm Kench instead of like a Guardian or a Aftershock even.
Aggro Tom. Kaio Bay is looking to be aggressive here.
Yeah, looking to smack those turrets with his tongue. And he's actually going to be able to pick them up and actually shove them and use them to push that wave back. So maybe Heimer won't have as much of such a pushing against the waves as against other maybe supports that might be squishy like Brand or
Majority of the time you see stuff like Pike into Heimer because you can just hook over his turrets and stuff, but I mean, it's nice to have Tom to save Caitlyn. So
yeah.
Still in the loading screen here, but no other unusual.
Actually, I've seen here from Black Jones, he has actually sorcery as secondary. Usually people pick up the the bone plating and the chrysalis for Yasuo to give him a little bit more tankiness.
Absolutely, and it looks like we're having a spectator bug again, but
yeah, it kicked me out as well.
Getting in here.
Yeah, we'll have to take a little moment here to reload that. Still, the spectator is still bugged.
One day,
not letting us in.
Day. One day we won't have this issue. You know, I believe.
We will see that Fountain 5-man run out and be able to call out all the players.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone needs to send a support ticket to Riot. Let them know they need to fix this spectator. It's
Yeah. Interesting also on the Graves has the fleet footwork. Yep, everything seems similar. Teleport actually out of Black Jones. Both and Echo as well. It's going to be a 4 teleports in the game, unlike last game.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a 5-man fiesta bot lane.
Yeah, we'll be expecting those teleports coming in for that bot lane fight.
It's gonna happen. We all know it. Bot laners, they all have this gripe where they feel like they're gonna be 5-man at any point in the game.
All right, and it looks like I am in at least.
I am as well, so.
All right, so I'm gonna introduce the players here. We got One True Urgot on the Camille, Blade Collar on the Kindred in the jungle, Beep Beep on the Echo in the mid lane, Aardvark 96 on the Caitlyn, and KO in the bot lane, Kirbee on the Tom Kench support.
Yeah, and on the side of Rounds 5 Funnel, we got Hyper Optimus Prime on the Swain top lane, Derpy Cats for the win, rocking that Graves jungle, Black Jones 88 with the Yasuo mid lane, and the bot lane consists of Ray Doss Noob with the Alistar and Heimerdinger for Toby LaRue.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are just going to be chilling here, both sitting on the bot side again. Ray Doss here making us a little bit of an entertainment as we get into this match.
Yeah.
With the bell. Gotta love that skin.
What's
What's
the point of using the skin if you don't get to hit the cowbell?
Hit that cowbell.
You got it. It's a must. It looks like both junglers are going to be starting with their bot lane. Looks like Blade Collar is going to... Blade Collar's seen on a ward here. So that's significant.
Passing here through to the top side.
Yeah, Derpy Cats is just going to do his wolves because he knows that the mark is bot. So.
The mark shows up bot. Unlucky for Blade here.
He lives the wolf at half health because he's like, I need this. I need to go for this mark as soon as possible.
Looks a little bit of a trade here in the mid lane. The Conqueror does come out of Black Jones, actually doing quite significant damage. 100 health flash coming out of Beep Beep for Black Jones flashing in, but the Q cooldown is quite long at early levels without items, so not able to get that NATO out to finish off.
Oh, Black Jones played that really well until he didn't play it well, honestly.
Yeah.
He
made such a beautiful trade, but then just flashes forward, not able to make anything of it.
Yeah. I mean, that is something that he can take back and learn from. Just take the summoner and take that lead, push the wave in, and now, that's unfortunate, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's always good in the early game to reset after taking out something so high volume like a summoner or, low health. Maybe force someone to back and miss early XP and things of that sort. It can be really powerful.
Yeah.
Not necessarily even effectively almost killing them in a way.
It looks like Derpy Cats is up a camp right now. He's had one camp. And he was seen by the Vision plant.
Yeah, it looks like one True Urgot actually pathing here through the river a little bit with the shoved lane. Not sure what's going on with the comms here, but Blade Collar has been dancing around, really running back and forth through that topside jungle.
Well, I think one True Urgot is worried because the lane is frozen so close to the tower, and he doesn't want to get caught up the lane, right? So
Derpy Cat's actually coming here for the gank. Black Jones landing the knockup, and Derpy Cat's firing, and it's the first blood actually keeps going. Black Jones going onto the Kindred getting low to under 300 health. The red buff does quite a bit of burn.
Oh, wow.
Very clean play from the mid lane here. giving Black Jones such a lead. Look at this huge wave he'll be missing, but looks like the TP will come out of Beep Beep. He will get the XP and the cannon, possibly. Yes, very good.
Okay, cannon worth. You always need the cannon. The cannon is so important. It's not even funny. But honestly, that was such a good game from Derpy Cats. Oh,
Looks like Beep Beep will get the stun off and the electrocute. Actually, getting Black Jones very, very low here. Derpy Cats is actually still here interrupting the fight here and actually will save Black Jones, getting that triumph off and will survive. Maybe not. Oh no, he doesn't have triumph. My bad.
oh wait.
But here is a duel going on. Actually, Blankar does get the one stack and kills.
Blankar win this.
That's here. Actually,
Black Jones.
Whoa. Black Jones actually survives here, makes the dash just enough damage to clean that up.
Oh, Blake Collar
So much alpha battle here going on in the mid lane. It's like an alpha tournament. Who's more alpha?
Yeah, honestly, Blake Collar saw the kill in his eyes. He's like, I have him in my crosshairs, but he walked too close to get in range for Yasuo's dash. So if he kept his distance, he didn't have a ward to place in the bush, so he couldn't place a ward and auto attack from a distance. But yeah, damn, that was really
Looks like more trades coming out of mid lane. Is just a fight all over again. Black Jones ult coming out. The level 6 spike actually giving him that extra kill. 4 kills on Yasuo at 6 minutes into the game.
What's going on in the mid lane here? Because
Double buff as well.
Black Jones just, he's like, Beep Beep is coming. He died, went back, TP, died again, went back to lane. He fought Black Jones when he's level 6, dies again to Black Jones.
Kindred also coming in for another feed.
Black Jones was like, yeah, just keep them coming. I'm here, just serving them up to me for free kills, honestly.
Yeah, looks like not much action in the bot lane or the top lane, but top lane actually out farming about over 10 CS already.
Can you imagine being on Thomas the Dank Engine's like bot or top lane? They're like, what's going on mid lane? Like, what's happening? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's been such a completely inactive bot lane here, just like trading back and forth. Caitlyn trying to take out those turrets and slowly whittling down at the wave. Tom just very typical, normal, very slow, but mid lane is just on fire at 0 to 100.
It was actually really interesting to see because Beep Beep goes back. He just keeps coming back to lane.
Oh, the buffs are out, but Black Jones going in with the windmill, actually blocking the Q. Doesn't get hit by the Q on the way back. Looks like it's a small trade here. Beep Beep does have the ulti. Oh, will he ult? He will, and the damage will come out. The ultimatum will get to Yasuo stuck under tower. Nothing he can do. That roam from one true Urgot was so well timed, saving his life.
Wow, and that's a 4-kill shutdown.
In the bot lane we have action. Action's not over. Tom Kinch getting it a little low. The trap landed on the Alistar. Actually, Heimer picking up that kill with the rockets. Looks like that's a 3-man bot lane on a full health turret. Not sure if it will go down, but Tom Kinch will be passing away. Actually, TP coming out of one true Urgot. No ultimatum. Actually gets cancelled.
He's trying to bait them off the turret, but it looks like they're going to stay on it.
Yeah, wow, what a snipe to be able to make it.
Tubby LaRue, honestly, what a snipe by him. That was pretty sick. Will they get this turret?
Looks like a little party here, a pool party going down in the bot lane, just standing around autoing this turret to death.
No cowbells, though. Yeah, where's the cowbell?
Where's the cowbell meme? Well, it looks like one true Urgot will go onto the Alistar knock. The knock will happen. Getting CC'd by the Heimer here. Derpy Cat's trying to get in, but actually gets hit by a trap. Does survive. One true Urgot will be back in now again, leaving that top lane quite exposed and very, very unsupervised playing is never a good thing.
Hip Optimus Prime is just hanging out top lane, just farming, and like he's like 1v0. He's literally PvE right now, just like shoving the lane. He's up 40 CS at 9 minutes. That's like pretty significant, actually.
Unfortunate that
Beep dead again.
Oh, mid lane again. 5 kills now.
Yeah, Beep Beep is suffering from one of those things where, like, the Yasuo on my team versus the Yasuo on the enemy team. Because the Yasuo
Yeah.
right now is nuts. He's 5-1. Like he's gonna be so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So it'll be the Cloud Drake will be the first one here. Blade Caller do have vision on this, but the Scuttle is up, watching for that.
oh god, 3.5k gold lead.
Looks like
at
Black Jones here doing a little bit of a macro, waiting here, sitting, watching out for the one true. Oh, and looks like Noob will try to maybe a little
Unlucky.
bit of a micro issue. Didn't get
Unlucky.
to see the.
Oh.
Oh god, here poking around for the vision here. Two control wards going down.
What's with the control word over the whoa, Black Jones? What's going on with that?
Oh, Noob getting the knock. Derpy Cat's getting so much damage up front here. Oh, the
Okay,
CC comes hanging out of BP, but it is too late. Not saving. One True Urgot decides to get out of there.
One True Urgod is trying a little too much here, while Hip Optimus Prime is just hanging out bottom lane.
Meanwhile, the dragon is
1-0.
being done here by Kindred and Aardvark, and they will get the first dragon. Just a little bit of something back, you know. Maybe a little hope, just a cheer.
Yeah. This is interesting. Top lane's taking a beating now. The top
Yeah,
lane-
Heimer rotated, bot lane rotated all the way to top now, shoving that lane and getting that turret. And
Oh, it looks
Derpcats
like
is
TP.
here, but looks like Derpcats is getting out, leaving Tubby a little bit exposed here, but the CC does land. Ultimatum coming out, Tubby is very, very low. Will he die? Meanwhile, BP going on to the Alistar here. Actually, the kill is secured by Blade.
Oh, what a dodge from
Cats flashes
One True
out. One True
Wow,
Urgot
that was-
does survive.
Yeah, that was a nice comeback play from Thomas the Tank Engine. Honestly, like they recognized that they needed to do something at some point to get back in this game, so they used the Tom Kenchel to like get in behind Tubby LaRue and Ray Doss
Yeah.
Noob to get behind them, and then they forced them all to scatter. So it was a pretty free fight for them. Now they're gonna get the Rift Herald and try to knock down some turrets and get some gold back.
You know. And the funny thing, I would say that the Heimerdinger kill was worth it and was like a big change, but it's not, because not the kills are not on the Heimer. The Heimer is just an amazing split pusher, making so much objective pressure. Actually, in the mid lane here, Ignite coming out. Oh, the land does come out from Black Jones, but not going to follow up with the ult. Ult is on cooldown.
Yeah, they already used it initially when Rados Noob used the Pulverize, so they didn't really have anything else to follow up with that kill, but they almost got him. They burned his flash though, so
And Heimer's such a split pusher, but doesn't need the kills to be able to create this pressure, while the Yasuo's the one. I was going to say it was going to be worth it, but it's the Yasuo who's with the shutdown gold, not the Heimer.
actually his shutdown was already shut down at 4 kills, so he's only had 1 kill since he's been shut down. So
You're right.
so they already did get that gold, so it's kind of
Beep Beep going in a little bit here. Slight skirmish. And Derpcats is actually here around the corner. We'll be
TP
flanking
top lane.
here. Top lane coming out on top. Fight top lane. Tompkins has to use the bubble to shield. Aardvark kiting the Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger has to ult the block coming out of Rhino's to save Tubby, but Tubby's turret's doing the work, killing the Caitlyn.
Alter.
TP coming out of Swain here, Hip H, will actually
Nice
land
shot. Oh, wait.
onto the Tahm Kench and gets it over the wall, does end up securing the Tahm Kench kill here, almost acing the...
It wasn't ace.
That was an ace.
There's just too much things going on in the map. Like it's just a fiesta, honestly. Oh my goodness.
So
We don't-
tell me a little bit about this. Whichever team you feel like talking. Tell me a little bit about what their plan was and then what happened. There's a lot of differences between what was planned.
We can't talk because there's an ult coming in from.
Okay, he's ulting in all by himself here, trying to stop this push here from the top lane.
Okay.
Non-stop action in this match. Every 30 seconds, something's happening somewhere on the map.
It looks like right. Oh my! Alistair's going on beep beep now. Oh wait, okay, he gets out. Okay, beep beep gets out. Maybe we get a breather.
Hopefully we get a breather. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Let's process this.
Okay.
Very demoralizing fights in the mid lane, in the top lane, and also the Caitlyn.
I just don't know what to say because it looked like they wanted to get a flank on Toby LaRue and Raydos Noob on the top lane with One True Urgot TPing in at the Tri-Bush top side, but the turrets were laid down, so you can't really just walk through them. But Aardvarks try to walk through the turrets and just dive to turrets. Oh, big okay.
Derp Cats coming in after following up on that stun, but the trap will stop Derp Cats from cutting forward. Do not have Beep Beep actually here in this fight to help with the CC. Oh, and the Yasuo, the knock up the Yasuo lands, instantly taking out Blade Collar. And KO is taken down super fast, and Tubby here. Oh, and looks like Beep Beep finally gets there, but not in time. This is a 1v4.
Wow.
Once Urgot is here too with the ultimatum is up. Beep Beep has the ult as well. Will they be able to make something happen here? Defend this inhibitor turret?
Oh, they can't.
There is no wave, so they will have to reset.
This Yasuo, Black Jones 88 is actually so fed right now. Like, he's
Beast.
too fed. 8 kills in like 16 minutes. It's just like Yasuo without gold is still scary, but Yasuo with gold, terrifying.
Well, it looks like they will be bushing up here, waiting to catch somebody out.
Fnatic bush. They're just gonna come up behind them.
They're gonna actually fly from behind, and actually Rain Noobs is here for the CC engage.
Poor Aardvark.
Looks like Black Jones will be able to get onto the Caitlyn. Meanwhile, K-Boy is getting shot down and poked down all the way, but Beep Beep is gonna get taken down. KB does fall 2. That's 1 for 1. No,
KOB
2 for 0. My bad.
Kayobe goes down as well. That was
Arvat running for his life. One True Urgot is here.
They're fine. They should be fine. Yeah, they're out. As well as the dragon.
Bronze 5 probably will be taking this dragon uncontested. So what's the plan? What is the comeback? I haven't seen a single Kindred ultimate really that we've talked about this Kindred ultimate. Tell me more about how are they going to be able to turn these fights around with this jungle, with these picks, the Tom Kench ultimate as well.
Well, when it comes to Tom's the Dank engine, they really need to slow down the game. They have to find a way to slow down the game because right now they're so far behind. They need to find ways to get gold onto their carries, and they drafted 4 carries, so there's not enough gold to go around. So that's kind of rough for their draft. Oh, they're really caught out here.
Oh yeah, Black Jones walking around here, getting onto a cave here, but Beep Beep will be able to get in. The Kindred ult is coming down. What will happen here? Q coming out of Black, knocking people up, but getting the Kindred kill, but the Kindred does get the stack, taking out the Yasuo, the trap landing onto Hip H here, kiting backwards.
Urgot?
One True Urgot is here, but Pathin in the most awkward way getting completely, instantly taken down as well.
I'm surprised there's no question mark pings coming out for that one.
Tubby putting down turrets, no wave required.
I don't know why he eat over the wall. That hook shot over the wall was kind of questionable. His team's dead.
Wow.
Alright.
They're just getting sweeped over and over again. Walk out of base, sweeped out. Walk out of base, sweeped out. Over and over this whole game.
Yeah, they already have a inhibitor down pre-20 minutes. This is going to be a rough one.
Looks like people looking for an engage now.
Well, at least we can say that Bronze 5 FOMO are playing really well, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh! The flash and the save from Tom here for one true Urgot. Alistar coming forward, trying to find someone to stop, and it will be
Black Jones is running in.
Black Jones running in, ulting onto the Tom Kench. Knockup coming out of Alistar. KB will fall. The ignite onto BB, and follow up from Black Jones will take him out as well.
Are they just gonna end?
2 members. Oh, Black Jones getting a little low here, but the block coming out of Derpcats will save him a bit. Another tornado coming out. Nader's just over and over and over. The siege just endless.
Are they gonna back? One day they'll back.
Back to the question. Over a 10k lead. 14k almost gold lead now. Oh my god. Incredible.
I don't think I've ever seen a 14k gold lead at 20 minutes.
What a gold lead. You think it's what? And I'll play more like what a gold lead.
They're just like, alright, go Baron.
No one even backed for items. They just instantly go on the Baron.
What is going on? Is Raydos never gonna die? Okay, no, he's not.
This is a little low here.
A slaughter. This is rough. This is honestly so rough. 5k lead between. There's a 5k difference between Black Jones 88 and BP. There's a 5k difference in gold.
5k. That is 2.5, 3 items.
Let's just put it into perspective. Aardvarks only has 5,600. And the difference between Black Jones 88 and Beep Beep is 5k.
Wow.
That's insane.
Is there any way they could save this game?
Honestly, I'm a fairly optimistic person, and I try to find a way to, make the best of a situation and see if there's a way out, but I don't know about this one.
There's barely anything going for them other than the Kindred Ult, which does not require gold to be a game-changing.
They literally have to die. They have to get aced 4 times.
One true Urgot actually getting turret dived here. Raynoob stopping the hook, but nothing gonna come out of it. The Baron is up, so they will be shoving this turret down. Noob does not care. He walks in. He tanks anything he wants. Black Jones is cutting around. The NATO will not land. One true Urgot will get out. Beep Beep CCing everyone, kiting back.
Oh wait.
Traps around, actually killing the Alistar here. Hit H actually taking out Echo though. That's a 1-for-1 trade. They ignite onto Tubby. Tubby getting a bit low, but true Urgot took a little bit too much there. It's now a 3v3 here in the mid lane, but the Taking Time Bomb is going down because the mid lane is... The minions are pushing for the Nexus turrets.
They just died.
Oh, the flash coming out of Black Jones!
Black Jones 88.
Taking out the Caitlyn! And he is going in ruthlessly. That might just be the end of the game. There's second inhibitor coming down here. Ultimate actually coming out of Blade Caller, saving Blade Caller a little extra time here to survive the collateral damage. Kirbee Bay actually cutting out. That's it. Just getting swept. One true running for his life away from the Nexus. Nowhere to go.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Beep Beep trying to make something happen, but...
Oh, just end the game.
Oh.
End their misery, please.
Oh, actually killing the Heimer here. But it is GG. A fully one-sided, almost 20k gold lead again for Bronze 5 Funnel. Will take victory. A very dominating presence and dominating game over Thomas the Dank Engine.
Oh yeah, that's actually rough. That was a rough one.
12 kills in the end for that Yasuo.
Yasuo popped off. Honestly, he was the obvious MVP of that game.
Absolutely.
He got to a flying start. It's not something that we didn't see coming because he just got a lot of kills early in the game, and he just ran with it.
Yeah, I really like the decision actually by Derpy Cats to to go mid very often because giving that lead over to Yasuo completely nullified the whole thing I was talking about with BP being able to roam and more easily gank other lanes. If BP had at least stayed even or maybe got ahead in some way, he would have been able to easily roam to the bot lane to deal with the Heimerdinger, to stop him from casting abilities to make that lead for the Caitlyn, and then that would have been a completely different game. But that is absolutely not what happened. So that was a really good macro choice from the jungler, I believe.
Yeah, he identified which lane he needed to influence the most, and well, we have to put in perspective that BP did make quite a few mistakes. I mean, that's the process of. I mean, we're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna have bad games. So, hopefully, he just watches the VOD, and learns from this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
well, that is the game. That is the end of Dragon League for week 3. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm Foxy, and I was here with Brick.
Yep.
See you guys in the next time.
Next time.